Over the last 7 episodes, we tested AI content workflows over 7 different niches: commentary, education, UGC, personal brands, real estate, trend content, and finance content. And after all of that, one main thing became obvious. Every successful faceless AI workflow comes back to the same system: a clear niche, a repeatable format, a strong script, a voice or an avatar leading it, supporting visuals, and most importantly, a way to turn one idea into more content. So for the finale of this series, we're bringing everything together. I'm going to be showing you the full blueprint to starting an AI faceless channel from scratch. And since this is the final episode of the series, if you've been following along, make sure to like and subscribe, and of course turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. It really helps out the channel and lets us know that you want to see more AI workflow breakdowns just like this one. But with that being said, let's bring everything together one final time. When people think about faceless channels, they usually think the hard part is not showing your face. But no, that's not actually the hard part. The hardest part is building a system that you can actually repeat. Because yeah, one good video is nice, but a channel needs consistency. And that's what every single episode in this series was really about. Commentary channels need a voice. Educational channels need structure. UGC videos need variation and personality. Personal brands need repurposing. Real estate creators need content systems. Trend channels need speed. And finance channels need trust and visuals. They're all wildly different niches, but they're built on the same foundation. So now let's build the final version of that system. The first step, of course, is going to be picking a niche. This could be any of the other topics that I already mentioned, or just any other topic that people are interested in. But the best niches usually have 3 different things: an audience with a problem or an interest, content people are already searching for, and enough topics and ideas to post videos consistently. A bad niche is something that you can only really make like 3 videos about. But now once you have your niche picked, you need a format. And this is where you can super easily overcomplicate things. A faceless channel doesn't require a new format every video. It needs a repeatable format that viewers can understand quickly. And the format can come from whatever assets you already have. For commentary, that might be a voiceover with clips and screenshots. For education, it might be a lesson with slides and examples. And for finance, it might be a chart, a headline, or an explanation. The format is what really makes the channel easier to produce and easier for the viewers to recognize. But now that we have a niche and a format, we need to decide how the channel is actually going to be presented. And for that, we're going to be using an AI avatar inside of HeyGen. And to make it will take less than 5 minutes. Inside HeyGen, from the main dashboard, just head on over to the left sidebar and click avatars. Then hit the create avatar button in the top right. This is obviously one of the most important points of the entire workflow, because once you have a voice or an avatar representing your channel, you don't need to rebuild the presentation style every time you want to upload. You create the avatar once and once only, then reuse it over and over again for different niches, topics, and formats. But now next, HeyGen's going to ask whether you want a photo or a video avatar. For most faceless AI channels, either one can work. A photo avatar is a little faster and a bit easier to set up, but a video avatar usually feels much more realistic, but just takes a little bit more effort. And if you don't want to create your own avatar yet, you can also choose one of the default ones inside of HeyGen and still build the exact same workflow. And there's also always the option to just not choose an avatar. You're able to actually clone your own voice inside of HeyGen, or you could even pick from the default list that we have. But if you want your channel to feel more personal and consistent, I'd recommend using a video avatar if you can. But again, you don't need an avatar. If your channel's commentary based, trend based, or finance based, you can just use an AI voice. Then build the video around screenshots, B-roll, headlines, charts, and UI recordings. So the workflow can be avatar led or voiceover led. It all just really depends on the kind of channel that you want to build. But now if you're creating your own avatar, the footage to film it is not complicated. You just want a clean video of yourself talking directly to the camera. Just aim for around 2 minutes of clean footage and filmed in either landscape or portrait, and ideally 1080p quality or higher. And of course, make sure it fits the file size requirements that HeyGen's gonna flash up on the screen for you. You want good lighting, simple audio, and a clean background. And of course, a look that matches your channel. For a finance channel, that might mean a clean desk setup. For an educational channel, that might mean a teachery feeling background. Maybe a little cliche whiteboard in the background. And for real estate, that might mean a polished office or a modern home setting. The point is to make it not overproduced. The point is to make it feel real and believable for the niche that you're uploading in. But now once the footage is ready, you can either drag it into the box or click on this box to upload it. But now you can actually name your avatar and choose the voice setup. You can decide whether you want to use the voice that HeyGen made for you based off the video you submitted, or re-record a cleaner version afterwards. I always recommend re-recording it because it always comes out sounding super realistic. Sometimes the version based off of your video just doesn't sound exactly like you, and that's kind of the goal we're going for. And right after you upload, you'll hit the consent step. HeyGen's just gonna ask you to record a super short consent clip. This is simply confirming that the person being turned into an avatar actually gave consent to be turned into one. And that's super super important no matter who the avatar is actually for. Keep in mind, you should only be creating avatars of people who know exactly how their likeness is going to be used. And now after you're happy with everything, you can go ahead and press submit. And HeyGen's just gonna process it for you in the background. This usually just takes a few minutes depending on how long the footage is. And so you don't have to wait around. HeyGen's gonna send you a notification when it's done. And now once it's ready, you can go ahead and preview it. And this is where I would check a few things just to make sure it meets your standards. Does it look natural and accurate to you? Does the speaking style match the channel? Does the framing look professional? And would this feel believable if it showed up on somebody's feed? Because even if the channel is faceless, the voice, the avatar, the pacing, the entire channel's identity, it all still needs to feel consistent. But now once the avatar is actually good and you're happy with it, we now have the base presenter for our entire channel and content system. And for today, that is our first major achievement. Because from here, you're not just starting every single upload from zero. You have the presenter that's going to be on screen. Now we actually need something for the avatar or the voice to say. And this is yet again another step that is super easy to overcomplicate. A lot of people think that every script needs to be completely different, or every video needs a brand new structure. But across this entire series, the best workflows usually came back to the same idea. Use a repeatable script structure and adjust it for the niche. For most faceless videos, the structure can be super simple and generalized. First, you need a hook, then a problem, context, and a solution, an example, a result, and then a next step. Although that structure can look a little bit different depending on the channel. For a commentary channel, it might look something like this: a hook, then context, an opinion, an example, and then a takeaway. For an educational channel, it might be a lesson, a mistake, an example, and how to fix it. And for a finance channel, it might be what happened, why it matters, and what viewers should watch for next. No matter the difference, the goal is always the same. Make the viewer care, keep the idea clear, and move the video forward. So for the final workflow, I would start with a master prompt like this and type it into your favorite AI platform. And before you freak out and say, wow, that's a big prompt, how am I supposed to type that all? I'll be leaving the entire prompt down in the description below so you can just copy and paste it. Whether that's ChatGPT, Claude, or HeyGen's built-in script tools, they all work great for this. And now the first version of your script is usually a pretty good starting point, but I never use the first draft as is. The goal is to get the AI to make the structure for you and then edit it until it sounds like a real video. For example, the script might say something like, many creators struggle to produce consistent content across all platforms. That's the first draft, and it sounds generic and AI, but it gets us the initial point that we want. And now with that base, we can just change it around to something a little more direct. Most creators don't actually have an idea problem, they have a system problem. That already feels stronger, way more natural, and gets the viewers' attention much quicker. And it gets to the point much quicker, which makes the viewers want to keep watching. And you can edit this as many times as you want, but then once the script finally sounds right, select it and copy it, because now we're going to bring it into HeyGen for the next step, which is turning this all into a video. Because now that we have a script, the voice or avatar, and the format, we can actually get along to creating the video. And inside HeyGen, there's a few different ways you can do this. The first is the manual route, which I rarely say to go for. From the dashboard, you would click create video, pick a layout, you would drop in your avatar, then paste your script, add your visuals, and build each scene individually by yourself. And that gives you all of the control that you could possibly want right from the start, especially if you want to place every visual exactly where you want it in the video. But for this workflow, I want to show you the faster and way more efficient version using Video Agent. In my opinion, Video Agent is probably one of HeyGen's best and most useful features, because instead of building every single part of your video manually, you give HeyGen the goal and let it assemble the video for you. So here, I'm just going to paste a script that we copied into the main box. Then I'm going to click down here and give it clear directions for the kind of video I want. And right here, we can just paste the prompt. I'll specify the prompt right now, but just like all the other prompts in the video, they'll be down in the description below for you to copy and paste for yourself. Create a clear faceless explainer video from this script. Use a conversational tone, make the pacing fast but easy to follow. Use an avatar or AI voice as a presenter, and include supporting visuals where they help explain the idea. Make the video feel ready for YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, or a longer YouTube breakdown. And you can always mess around with that prompt a little bit if you want to make it more specific to the kind of video that you want to make. But now we can go ahead and choose the avatar or the voice. If you created an avatar, just press the avatar button and select it here. Or if you want to use a default avatar, you can choose from one of HeyGen's many great options. And if the video is voiceover-led, select the AI voice that matches the tone of the channel or clone your own. Then you're going to want to check the format of the video. Vertical if you're making shorts, reels, or TikToks. And horizontal if you're making a LinkedIn style video or a long form YouTube video. And now you can add any visuals that support the script. This could be screenshots, headlines, product clips, charts, slides, B-roll, or UI recordings. And the point isn't just to add random visuals to make your video look professional. The point is to add visuals that help make the video easier to understand. But now here you can see you could also choose to turn on C-Dance. And C-Dance is how I was able to achieve super realistic shots like this. So for today, I'm actually going to end up turning it on for our recording, and I would recommend it for you too. but now it does also cost more credits, so I'm also going to show the other option without it. But now once everything looks good, we can go ahead and click generate, and the render only takes a few minutes. And when it's done, HeyGen will pop out a ready to upload video just for you. Most people lose money in the market for one reason. They panic at the worst possible time. When the stock market drops, beginner investors usually feel like they need to act immediately. They see red numbers, scary headlines, and people acting like everything is crashing. So they sell, not because their plan changed, but because their emotions took over. A market drop feels like danger, but it's often just normal volatility. Selling a long-term investment just because it dropped 8% isn't investing anymore. It's reacting, and reacting emotionally leads to bad decisions. Slow down, look at why the market is dropping, and check your original plan. Avoid a rush decision just because the chart is red. Before you panic sell, ask yourself one question. Did the investment actually change, or did your emotions change? Most people lose money in the market for one reason. They panic at the worst possible time. When the stock market drops, beginner investors usually feel like they need to act immediately. They see red numbers, scary headlines, and people acting like everything is crashing. So they sell, not because their plan changed, but because their emotions took over. A market drop feels like danger, but it's often just normal volatility. And from here, I would review it like any normal piece of content. Does the hook hit quickly? Does the pacing feel right? Do the visuals actually match what the script is saying? Does the voice or avatar actually feel natural? And would this genuinely stop somebody from scrolling? And if something feels off, that's not a problem at all. You can always tighten the script, adjust the pacing, swap the visuals, or change the voice, or just generate an entirely new version of it. The important thing is now you have a repeatable AI content system, not just one random AI video. And of course, once the main video is built, the workflow doesn't stop there. One video idea can become multiple different content assets: a long form video, shorts, a translated version, a social post, a newsletter, or an entirely new hook variation. And for me, this is one of the biggest takeaways from this entire series, because you don't always need more ideas. Sometimes you just need more value from the ideas that you already have. And that's how one recording, one lesson, one trend, one listing, or one financial topic can become a full content system. The goal isn't just to repost the exact same piece of content everywhere. The goal is to adapt one strong idea to the right concept for each platform. But now the final step is improving the system over time. Because no, I'm not naive. The first version of a workflow is never perfect. You test hooks, you test formats, test voices, thumbnails, pacing, and you pay attention to what people actually want to watch. And that's really how a faceless channel gets better. Not by reinventing everything every time, but by improving the same system over and over again till it's as perfect as possible. And once you find the format that works, you keep refining it. Make the hook sharper, make the scripts clearer, make the visuals more specific, and make the workflows easier to repeat. Because a faceless channel isn't just built from one perfect video, it's built from a system you can keep using to make content. So if I had to summarize this entire series into one super dead simple idea, it would sound something like this. Pick a niche, choose a repeatable format, build the voice and or avatar, write a clear script, turn it into a video, add visuals to support your story, repurpose the content, and improve the system every time you post. And that's really the entire blueprint. And no matter what niche you're in, the core system will always stay the same. And wow guys, that officially wraps up the AI Faceless Influencer Series. Across the series, we took a look at different niches, different workflows, and different ways to film content without needing to start from scratch. The biggest lesson for me here is that faceless content isn't lazy or isn't about hiding. It's about building a system that works for you. A system for turning ideas into videos, videos into assets, and assets into a channel that people actually love and recognize. And before we end this series off, I really just want to thank each and every single one of you for the love and support you gave us on it. I have poured so much time and passion into this series, and seeing so many people enjoy it and actually get value out of it really means the world to me. And of course, if you guys like this series and want to see more content like this from us in the future, make sure to go like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And let me know down in the comments your best idea for the next HeyGen series you want to see me run.